Yo, welcome back everyone. This is JP here with PSG, bringing you some more of our Titans franchise on the PS5. Of course, it's Madden 23 as though it's playoff time, and we got the first round bye, so we don't have to play Wildcard weekend. And looking at the matchups this weekend, it's Bengals versus Patriots, Bills versus Browns, Chiefs versus Ravens. Now, looking at the second, third, and fourth seeds here in the AFC, we beat all three of these teams. We did not play the Patriots, we did not play the Browns, we did not play the Ravens, so we could potentially get a matchup that we have no clue about. On the other side, Buccaneers got the first round bye. Second is the Cowboys, seventh is the Giants, third is the Rams, sixth is the Cardinals, fourth is the Packers, and fifth is the Saints. Now looking over there, we lost to the Cowboys. They blew us out, so I hope we don't face them. We beat the Giants pretty convincingly. Did not play the Rams or the Cardinals. We beat the Packers pretty convincingly as well, and we didn't play the Saints. So, looking at the playoffs here, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 against the playoff squad. So right now, Cowboys are our biggest threat, I feel like, in my opinion. Looking ahead here to the league, Tom Brady finished the league leading 5,903 yards for 57 touchdowns. Derrick Henry 1850 in yards, 17 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott also had 17 touchdowns as well. Cooper Kupp 1838 and 16 touchdowns. Aaron Donald 22 sacks, 23 tackles for a loss. Caleb Farley 10 interceptions, 2 deflections. Now in my opinion, even though Christian Fulton only got 6 interceptions, the fact that he got 10 deflections, that's pretty big. Jayon Brown finishes with 151 total tackles, 124 solo. Love to see that out of the ex-Titan there. Now playing it in Las Vegas. Looking at stats and awards. We'll look at the yearly awards here real quick. Okay, of course, MVP voting, Tom Brady on first. Henry fell out of the MVP voting because the last 2 weeks he did not get much going. Coach of the Year, Zach Taylor, going to win that. Vrabel in fourth. Nick Chubb's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Allen in second. Derrick Henry in third there. Probably don't have another one. No. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt for the AFC. Sucks he got hurt in real life. He's missing at least probably 6 weeks, it looks like. Von Miller second. Big names here. Caleb Farley finishing in ninth for us. Is he the only corner? What is he? Anthony Walker Jr. I think he's a linebacker as well. That's crazy. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Traylon Burks. He had a huge year for us, and we'll get into that in a second. Cal Phillips in fifth. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens. Just had a pretty good year beating out. Usually I see Dirk Stingley or Sauce Gardner get it. I've also seen Roger McCurry finishing in eighth. That's pretty good. It's usually, what is that kid's name? Karlaftis for the Chiefs that usually wins it, that I see. Best QB, Patrick Mahomes. Tannehill wasn't even in the conversation. Best running back, Henry finished at second, but he should get a nice little XP game for that. Best wide receiver can go to Juju Smith-Schuster for the Kansas City Chiefs. Marquez Valdes-Scantling in third. They must have had a hell of a season together. Traylon Burks in seventh there. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins there as well. Best O-line, Ben Jones. That is huge for Ben Jones. I am shocked. I thought if anything it'd be Nate Davis. Usually I see someone like, is he here? Tyler Linderbaum usually is someone I see get it. Best D-line, Von Miller there. Jeffrey Simmons in fifth. Probably Jeffrey Simmons had a chance to get it if he didn't get hurt for like 4 weeks. Best linebacker, TJ Watt, of course. We've seen that coming up if you won Defensive Player of the Year. Best DB goes to Caleb Farley. And this is huge. This is where we really, this is where our defense shined. Caleb Farley in first. Christian Fulton in second. Kevin Byard in fourth. Amani Hooker in fifth. That is huge. We have 4 of the top 5 guys. Kenny Moore is the guy in the third there. Best kicker goes to Blankenship. Dang it. Randy Bullock in second. I was hoping to get Randy Bullock that, but oh well. Now we're going to look at our player stats here. Tannehill finishing with 3,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 38 interceptions. Just can't have that. You just can't have a 63 completion percentage. And he was ahead. He started off rough, got caught back up, and then I think the big problem was the Cowboys game. I mean, that game was just awful. Let's see, he was sacked 22 times. It's not too bad, but it's still a lot. Running the ball, Henry averaged 5.2 yards per carry. That's pretty big, honestly. And we didn't have a good second rusher at all. I mean, 10 attempts, 29 yards, not good. 5 for 23 for Torrey Carter, 5 for 12 for Tannehill. So we got to get a secondary running back for sure. Fumbles, Derrick Henry had 2. A couple by everyone else. Receiving the ball, Treylon Burks, 80 catches, almost 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns. I mean, he really turned it up in the second half of the season. Robert Woods, 542 and 3. Hooper, 509 and 4. Kyle Phillips, 438 and 6. Then we got a touchdown from Westbrook Keenan. Henry got one. Hillard got one. Okonkwo got 3. And that's off of 8 catches. So look forward to his future with us. Jeff Swaim got 1, and Torrey Carter got 1. So literally everyone but Hassan Haskins, Racy McMath, and Des Fitzpatrick, which these two never seen the field. I know Hassan Haskins might have seen it a little bit. Blocking, most sacks allowed was Taylor Lewan with 9. And I think like 4 of those was for Michael Parsons, so I'm not going to hate on him too much for that. It does suck. Defensively, solo tackles goes to Kevin Byard with 29. Assists goes to Zach Cunningham, and total tackles goes to Cunningham with 60. Hooker with 55. Tackles for a loss goes to Jeffrey Simmons with 18. Cunningham had 2. Harold Landry had 10. Sacks goes to Jeffrey Simmons with 11. Harold Landry had 6. It's a little bit of a down year for him, but he did get hurt for a little while too. Bud Dupree got 5.5. Autry got 2.5. Sean Ham 1.5, and then a couple of 1s from everyone else. Interceptions, of course, we already know. Caleb Farley had 10. Christian Fulton 6. Kevin Byard 5. Lonnie Hooker 4. Roger McCreary with 3. Cunningham had 2. The big surprise here is Elijah Molden only getting the 1. Which, he played, he didn't play the whole season, but, that is what it is. Deflections, of course, went to Christian Fulton. He had 10. And then, it was Monty Hooker and Theo Jackson with 3. Catches allowed, of course, that's been broken for years now. Forced fumbles, 2 by Harold Landry, 2 by Daney, 1 by Fulton, 1 by Farley, 1 by Cunningham, David Long, Dupree, Autry, Deshaun Hand, and Monty Russ. So we had a lot of people causing fumbles. Fumble recoveries, though, out of all those fumbles, only 4 people recovered 1. Landry got 1, Fulton got 1, David Long got 1, Kevin Byard got 1. No blocks. We got 1 safety from David Long Jr. I think that was against, was that against the Jags, I believe, the last week? And Caleb Farley had 2 touchdowns. Elijah Molden and 1. Roger McCreary had 1. Let's see, games played here. Let me see, Elijah Molden actually played in all 17 games, but he probably had the least amount of snaps. So let's see here. When it starts getting high. Okay, I know Lonnie Johnson didn't play a lot. Got AJ Moore, 149, Justin Lawler, Deshaun Hand, Daney, and then, so he only played 297 compared to, Fulton and Farley, 584, 578. So that's why, he didn't get as much. Where's McCreary at? 448, so he got about double. Kicking the ball here, this is where it really sucks because field goals made, 12-12. Long is 60. Extra points, 49 of 50 for 98%. I mean, his 1 miss. Wait, 6-6, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. Wait, oh yeah, he was 100% on field goal percentage. It was extra points. So punting, what was the net average? 38.9 is not too good. Kick return, Hillard coming in with 931 yards and 2 touchdowns along the 92 yards. That is big. We need those types of returns. Phillips not too bad, averaging 20.7 yards per return, considering he didn't ever return 1. And this guy returned 2 and only averaged 26.6. Punt return, Kyle Phillips, 131 yards, 6.0 average, so not too great there. Now, I just want to look real quick at the Colts. NC. Yeah, 6.4 yards. He averaged 25, he averaged 24 yards today. Okay. I just want to see what Blankenship, he literally just got fired in real life. 16-16, 100%. He's 56-56. So no wonder he had a perfect season, even though that's not true in real life. Kickoff, 75, 24 touchbacks. I wish it would show you how many went out of bounds, because week 1, he kicked 2 kicks out of bounds, and that's pretty much what got him fired. But yeah, a little bit of finished with the number 1 defense in the league. We're going to skip ahead here, look at some of the highlights from this week's game. We're not going to play any game this week, as I don't want to get this video too long. We've had some really long videos, and I'm really sorry for that. Looking at the injury report here, Harold Landry is out 1 more week. Dylan Radins is out 2 more weeks, so definitely hurts us here. Didn't mean to do that. And we were playing the Patriots, who we have not played. Not too worried about them. Offensively, they're ranked 11th. Defensively, they're ranked 14th. So they could be pretty tough. They got 40 sacks, which is 9th in the league. So we might have to do some pretty quick passes. Let's look at the schedule here. Why can't I view the NFL? I want to see the whole playoff schedule. There we go. Alright. Wildcard weekend. The Patriots beat the Bengals 48-42. The Cowboys beat the Giants 41-21. The Browns beat the Bills 24-17. I don't see that happen. I don't even see the Browns making the playoffs, honestly. The Rams beat the Cardinals 24-21. That's a pretty close game right there. Kansas City beats Baltimore 31-24. That's a good game. And then the Packers beat the Saints 28-3. Yeah, that's a blowout right there. That is a blowout. Alright, so let's look at the box score for our first game here. And it looks like it's a pretty good game, honestly. Mac Jones, 404 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Good Lord, Joe Burrow, 341-3. Rushing the ball there. The team really ran it well. Big thing is Joe Mixon 3 touchdowns, but it's Ramondre Stevenson had 2 for them as well. Receiving the ball, Jacoby Myers 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hunter Henry 124 yards. And they didn't have a 100-yard receiver for the Bengals here. Jamar Chase 98, no touchdown. T. Higgins 77, a touchdown as well. And then Kenyon Drake had a touchdown. Stanley Morgan Jr. I don't even know who that is. Defensively, who got the interceptions for them? Eli Apple with the 1 interception in the game. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. It looks like Cowboys at Giants. I'm sure this was a blowout. Dak Prescott 380, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Daniel Jones 232 and 2 touchdowns. It's not a bad game, honestly. It's really not. Rushing the ball, 83 yards and a touchdown for Zeke. They had a 6-yard rushing, 6 yards from this Joshua Corbin. He had a touchdown as well. Receiving the ball, CeeDee Lamb, the only 100-yard receiver in the game. Didn't have no touchdown, though. Michael Gallup, 93 and a touchdown. Cole Beasley joined the Cowboys. He hit 77 and a touchdown. Dalton Schultz, 66 and a touchdown. Jared Cook joining the Giants, 36 and a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards and a touchdown. And Kadarius Toney, 29 yards and a touchdown. Oh, and Jake Ferguson for the Cowboys, 6 and 1 touchdown. So, there was one thing wrong one. There was one thing I wanted to look at, and it was defense. Who got sacks? They only got, 1.5, 2.5, 3 sacks in the game? Shocking. Xavier McKinney with the only interception. They blew us out because they sacked us so much. Looking at the Browns and Bills now. Deshaun Watson 274 and a touchdown. Josh Allen 295, a touchdown and an interception. Running the ball, Nick Chubb 71 yards. Only touchdowns running the ball was Josh Allen had 16 yards for 1 touchdown. And this Jerome Ford kid had 3 attempts, 7 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is amazing. Receiving the ball though, Jameson Crowder the only 100-yard receiver, no touchdowns for him though. Cortland Sutton, they must have traded and got him from the Broncos. That is interesting. 88 yards and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs 76 yards and 1 touchdown for him, and that seems to be it touchdown wise. Defensively, sacks, 3 for Myles Garrett, 2 for Ed Oliver, 1 for Chase Winovich, who is the former New England Patriot. Only interception was by Greg Newsome II. I think he's a former Viking, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, going on to the Cardinals and Rams. Matt Stafford, 268 and a touchdown. Kyler Murray at 280, a touchdown and an interception. Running the ball, Kyler Murray was leading rusher with 56 yards and 1 touchdown. Cam Akers, 39 yards and a touchdown for him. Roger Carter, the fullback, 2 yards and a touchdown for him. Receiving the ball, Van Jefferson, 80 yards, no touchdown though. Marquise Brown, 74 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp was held to 4 catches for 68 yards. Cam Akers, 3 catches, 35 yards and a touchdown. And that is it for the touchdowns. Defensively, sacks goes to Aaron Donald with 3, Leonard Floyd with 2, Savion Collin had 1, J.J. Watt had 1, Isaiah Simmons and Marcus Golden combined for a half sack. Bobby Wagner and Taylor Rapp combined for a half sack. Kingsley Keek and Everson Griffin combined for a half sack. That is interesting. The only interception was by Bobby Wagner. And that is your final for the Rams. Cardinals going on to Kansas City, facing the Baltimore Ravens. And Patrick Mahomes, 271, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Lamar Jackson, 188, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Pretty good game there for both quarterbacks running the ball. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 70 yards and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 62 yards and no touchdown. 59 yards and a touchdown for Lamar Jackson as well. Receiving the ball, Juju Smith-Schuster had 90 yards, no touchdowns though. Cole Hartman, 87 with 2 touchdowns. Mark Andrews had 77, 2 touchdowns. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 5 for 35 and a touchdown. And that was it for the scoring there. Sacks goes to Marcus Peters and Calais Campbell combined for 1 sack. That is it for the sacks. Interceptions, none. Was there any forced fumbles? That's one thing I didn't look at. Who allowed the most catches? Jordan Hicks. No forced fumbles there. That's just a pretty clean game from both sides. Now looking at the Saints and Packers. It was a blowout. Aaron Rodgers, 229 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. James Winston, 163 yards and no touchdown, 1 interception. That is crazy. Running the ball, this is where it was blowout. They scored 28 points and 21 of them came from one man. 16 attempts, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. A.J. Dillon also with 51 yards. Alvin Kamara held to 10 carries, 33 yards. And Sutton Smith, the fullback, 2 carries, 8 yards, and a touchdown. All their touchdowns came on the ground. Receiving, Alan Lazard, 7 for 81. Samuel Watkins, 6 for 78. Jarvis Landry, 4 for 61. Robert Thomas, 4 for 58. Randall Cobb, 2 for 30. And Robert Tonyan, 1 for 11. Held Alvin Kamara to 1 catch, 4 yards. Defensively, sacks. Only sack was from Rashawn Gary. Interception, Marshawn Lattimore got 1. Chris Barnes got the 1 for the Packers. Marshawn Lattimore allowed in 6 catches in the game, but still getting the win is pretty huge. Forced fumbles, none. And so it was a ground game for the Green Bay Packers as they win their game and go on to the divisional round. Now looking at the divisional round here, it's Patriots at Titans. Hopefully we can pull out that win. Packers at Buccaneers will be a good game. Browns at Chiefs. I expect the Chiefs to win, so let's see here. We're going to go Titans, Buccaneers, Chiefs, and probably Cowboys, but I want the Rams to win this. I'd rather play the Rams than the Cowboys, honestly. I mean, either way it's going to be tough, but I'd rather play the Rams than the Cowboys. So let me know down in the comment section who you think wins those games this weekend, and you will see in the next video. And with that, guys, we are going to call that it for today's video. So if you don't mind, if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, as every like helps. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more about me, hit subscribe, trigger that bell icon so you can stay up to date on every video upload. The next time, guys, this is JP with PSG saying peace out and have a wonderful day.